Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. It is the final week of our class, and I'm going to do a similar address, a few things from last week, as well as to address a couple going forward. First of all, from last week, if there was a key point that could be covered, it really had to do with researching or how we evaluate non-research based articles. Clearly, it is important that we as professionals understand how to evaluate the material we come across and understand that it's important to understand a little bit about the author. It's obviously important to find out if those articles that are written have research-based articles associated or referenced in them. It's also important to understand that our clients need to understand the same things as well. One of the key things in education, I know I certainly do as I work with my high school students, is that they understand how to evaluate most of the media that they cross today. And so, again, important that they double check, and certainly when we have access to so much information at our fingertips, it's an extremely valuable tool for them to understand and to put into practice as they look into different health topics. Going forward, the final chapter in this book has a lot to do with sort of the future of our profession. And I think if there's one message, I don't want to oversimplify this and probably not a mystery to all of you, but the reality is those of us who embrace change and understand that health is constantly changing and is fluid, so is our profession. And it remains vital that continuing education be a part of what you do. And that you understand that it's extremely important to embrace those changes or at least be aware of them. I know when I entered the teaching profession after leaving business, I thought it was really a place I was going to sit down and enjoy because it would be far more stable. There wouldn't be a whole lot of change, and the reality is there's been an enormous amount of change in this profession. And the way for me to remain prosperous in this profession and to enjoy what I'm doing is to constantly be aware of what new things are crossing in front of me and to embrace those because I know my clients are using those as well. So as you look at that final chapter, kind of keep those things in mind. The final due date for class, as I have mentioned a few times before, is this upcoming Friday, August 22nd, and that will be at midnight, so that's when the final remaining work is due. At that point, I anticipate completing the work or grading or assessing the final projects and anything that may have been missed in the past by Tuesday the 26th. So at that point, all final things should be taken care of and we can begin to move on with the next part of our education and life, so to speak. So if you do have any questions, as always, don't hesitate to check in with me via phone, text, stop into my final office hours, or email, of course. So enjoy the rest of your week, and it's been a pleasure working with all of you. Best of luck as you go forward.